Hey YouTube, it's ICU and welcome to the 90th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors. Alright, now to start off, I just wanted to briefly talk about iOS 5.1.1 and the jailbreak, because Apple did push out a new version of iOS 5.1.1 for the iPhone 4 GSM model only shortly after the Chronic Dev team released Absinthe, and the new build is 9B208, whereas the previous build was 9B206. And there's a really easy way to check which build your iPhone 4 GSM model is running by going inside of Settings General About and looking at the version. It should say there after 5.1.1. And while Apple didn't publicize the changes for the new 5.1.1, either build will be recognized for the iPhone 4 inside of iTunes. All you have to do is download the older build. I'll have a link to it down below in the more info on the post by pointing it to that older 9B206 firmware. And if you're confused at all, the post will also have instructions on that. And I know a lot of people were actually having issues when they were trying to jailbreak, and Absinthe was recently upgraded, and hopefully it'll fix some of the issues that you guys are encountering. Next up, I wanted to talk about Facebook. Now, while there have been rumors of Facebook developing a smartphone of their own in the past, they were all but dead until now. According to a new report from the New York Times, Facebook plans to debut a smartphone sometime next year. And it said that the company has already recruited numerous engineers who have worked on successful products in the past, such as engineers and contractors that Apple has hired in the past to actually work on previous iPhone and iPad models. And who knows, this project may fail like Facebook's previous attempts to get a smartphone together and released. We'll just have to wait and see, and only time will tell. And of course, I'll keep you guys fully updated on the situation. Next up, there have been a lot of leaks this week in the next generation iPhone category. So this image right here is the main one that I'm talking about, and this is the only one that I'll cover in this episode. And this actually isn't the complete device, it's simply the backing for it. And the first thing you'll notice right off the bat is something looks to be kind of off. And that's actually because it's comprised of what appears to be two separate materials. In the middle, it looks as if it's some sort of metal, and towards the top and bottom, it appears to be the glass that's found on the current iPhone 4S and iPhone 4 models. Now, the authenticity of this picture has yet to be confirmed. However, the source who actually leaked this picture claims that it is genuine, and even if that is the case, this is likely a prototype and will probably change prior to the release of the next generation iPhone. However, when looking at it, there are a couple of changes, and I'll go over it really quick, starting from top to bottom, aside from the fact that it's made out of different material. So it appears to be elongated over the current iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S design, so that would make room for a bigger screen somewhere around the ballpark of 4 inches measuring diagonally. And up in the top left-hand corner there where the camera is, you'll notice in between the LED flash and the actual camera lens itself is what appears to be a microphone. Now, that microphone looks like a noise-canceling microphone that's found on the iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S right next to the headphone jack. So it looks like it's moved down on this case, and also speaking of being moved down, the headphone jack is also on the bottom, and in the middle there it looks like there's a mini dock connector instead of the standard 30-pin connector that's been used in the past on all iOS-based devices. Next, earlier this week on the night of the 29th, Tim Cook was actually interviewed at this year's All Things Digital conference. So I have complete coverage on that with quotes and also a video with highlights of the interview, so just be sure to check that out. I'll have a link to it down below. Next, in another interview on the 29th, Google co-founder sat down for an exclusive in which he actually wore a prototype product variant that's a derivative of Google's Project Glass. Now, for those of you that are unaware, Project Glass intends to make simple tasks such as taking pictures easy using a type of hardware that technology hasn't played a big role in previously, glasses. So this is definitely a great concept, and it will even offer some form of augmented reality. And in the interview, it was revealed that we could hopefully see the first product from Project Glass in 2013. Next up, today, June 1st, the European Telecommunications Institute announced that they've selected a design for the next generation of SIM cards known as Nano SIMs that will soon become the new standard. Now, two major designs for the standard Nano SIM were actually submitted, and the first one was from Apple, and the second one was from Apple's competitors in a joint effort. And in the end, as Apple made various changes to their design, so did their competitors. And the two finalized designs were practically identical, except for an extra notch on Apple's competitors' design. As of now, the ETSI has yet to publish any information regarding which of the designs will be made standard. They simply note that a joint decision by members of the industry has led to the judgment of a finalized design that will inevitably become the new standard. Finally, today, June 1st, Google announced that they will be holding an event for the press on Wednesday, June 6th at 9:30 a.m. that will provide a sneak peek at what's coming next for Google Maps. And the tagline for the event picture is the next dimension of Google Maps. So hopefully with that in mind, Google will reveal some form of 3D mapping technology. Now, this event, of course, is scheduled to take place just days before Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference starting June 11th. Apple will presumably announce their alternative to the Google Maps app that's been persistent in iOS since the mobile operating system first debuted alongside the original iPhone in 2007. So it looks like over the next couple of weeks, both Google and Apple will announce their latest advancements. So of course, stay tuned for that. Don't forget to check out Best Tech Info, rate this video up if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I release new videos. What do you guys think about Google's Project Glass? Would you actually be caught wearing augmented reality glasses in public? Let me know down below or on Best Tech Info. And of course, don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and add me to one of your circles inside of Google Plus to be updated more often. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.